be with them throughout their, weight loss journey where they're losing 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 pounds.
Yeah,
even better than that, they walk into your office, they're like, man, hey, you know what, Steven? This morning, my doctor took me off 4 medications. I've been on 7 medications, for 5 years, and this morning my doctor said I can stop taking 4, so now I'm down to 3. Shit, man, that's giving me the chills right now just thinking about that, right?
That's better than a big paycheck.
That's even better than losing weight, you know what I'm saying? Because at that juncture, your health is getting better, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's always the goal, baby, right?
How many touch pull you on? Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode. We got Lalo right here with the Camp Transformation Center. Another episode of Living with Purpose. Tell us a little bit about the camp. What's the camp?
The camp is a big franchise. Been around for 13 years, just last month. It's all about HIIT training, We have classes all day, not just HIIT training, but also offer nutrition, guidance, and a group dynamic. That's actually the secret sauce. Everyone working out together and having fun. But for all fitness levels and all ages. So just making sure getting a good community, getting everyone involved and having fun while they're working out, building healthy habits and feeling good.
What'd you do before?
Before the camp, I've been for the camp out of those 13 years, 12 of those years. I was working at another big box gym and for a family trucking business. Something different, but 12 years ago when I saw the camp, actually meeting like the owners, seeing their facility, like what they did in there, I was like, oh man, I got to be a part of that. So started training for there, worked for corporate, was the VP. Started purchasing locations 5 years ago, so we run our own locations.
How'd that conversation go? Like
a colleague of mine, actually from LA Fitness, we were both training there. He said, hey, there's another gym opening up. So I met him, and this had the first gym. So I met him. He's been good. I come training, started training, like that, did good. And again, just kind of worked my way up with them. Was a trainer for them, was a director for them, their vice president, and then about 5 years ago, we're like, hey, you know what? Sell us some, So we started buying some for ourselves 5 years ago.
Started a big box gym. You already been training, so it sounds like fitness has been a part of your life since probably high school, middle school.
Sooner, yeah, growing up, playing ball, 5, 6 year old, just football,
awesome.
High school, football, basketball. So just being an athlete, but having that routine,
awesome.
Those healthy habits already. Yeah.
And so that's what I love about sports is it creates healthy habits and really gets your mind right and teaches that camaraderie with other people. I love that. So then how many years were you in until you bought your first camp?
So those 12 years I was in, 7 years, working for corporate trainer, director, VP. 7 years, and then 5 years ago we purchased our first location.
Okay, so nice. So about 5 years ago, you got your first one. And where's that one at?
That was in Santa Ana. That's a pretty big right there.
Nice. So that's the baby one, huh?
So sorry, yeah.
What really pushes you to stick with the camp?
I think opportunity, because 3 years after that, we got the Irvine location, we got a partner there. Just the success and the results, the results speak for themselves.
Okay.
As a business owner, as a businessman, it's fun, but again, doing what you like doing and being good at it.
Yeah.
Fitness, that's our passion.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time.
Love it, yeah.
We love waking up, so we're up since 5 in the morning sometimes. We love leaving, so I think just having a passion and being good at it.
Definitely. So having a passion, driving you to push other people to get to what their goals are as far as in fitness, mental, because what comes with good fitness comes with good mentals, consistently coming, and it helps a lot. It's one of the best things for mental health. You own about how many now?
So now we got 4. Yeah.
Oh wow,
so
4.
That's where this is going to be this is going to be actually in October 1st coming up. It's going to be that was our 3rd one year anniversary coming up, and then we got in April Clovis another one.
So we got Paris as the baby. This is a brand new one.
It's going to be a year.
Yeah, congrats on that. Congrats on that.
Dang.
Started walking already.
Yesterday, like, damn, they're growing so fast.
So now it started walking. Do you see yourself getting another one, or?
No, we got to make sure these kids eat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So you take care of it, nurture it,
100%.
make sure it can start running.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what drives you to really like the HIIT classes? So people who don't know when they're watching this, HIIT is high intensity interval training. So why you pick HIIT?
Because that's how the camp structure worked, The HIIT was invented, by doctors, keep your heart rate up, and it's good for all fitness levels, Playing sports, what are you doing? Cardio, conditioning, right? That's the good thing about it, 1 minute at a station, with weights, no weights. It's just fun, it's good for all fitness levels. That's the thing I like about it, it's for everybody, You can, doesn't matter how fast, how slow, you are, how big or small, you can do it together,
Awesome.
And that community brings everyone together because, again, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because all walks of life. Yeah.
13-year-old all the way to 70, all in between.
Oh, wow,
and,
yeah.
it just keeps everyone moving. And where we have our facilities, you know, we've been lucky to be blessed and bless our staff and clients with a lot of equipment. You know, we call them toys, right? You know, there's 100 ways to do a push-up.
Yeah.
Have you done on a BOSI? Have you ever done on this? You know,
Yeah.
just really, you know, making sure, you know, we keep it fun.
Yeah,
and exciting.
Changing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, making it fun. Honestly, I think if making a workout fun, it makes it easier to come as well.
Heck yeah.
Making it where it's all walks of life, that's fun. So I'm not sure what you guys work out in. Drop in the comments what kind of workouts. Is it boxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, cycling? What is it you do? Powerlifter, you know, CrossFit? Drop in the comments. Show us the facility a little bit.
Awesome. Just come on in. Hello, how are you doing? Good, how are you? Doing great. Come on in. You ready?
Yeah.
You got it. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's go. Awesome. Right there. That's good.
Ah, man, that ain't me. That's all you, bro. Sweezies over here.
Going around.
You gotta get like this guy right here.
Oh, he's a former Wall of Famer. Gotta get it back. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, did you guys give him his board or?
Hey, he's all by the end of the year, so.
Oh shit. That's your board or what?
That's a big part. It's about the Wall of Famers. That's what we're all about, right? The transformation.
Okay. See, that's how I always wanted.
Oh, yeah.
I always played sports my whole life, so.
I've always looked like this.
Yeah.
Facility, right? Yeah, we're up to 50, 60 people. So, I've seen a guy climb up there with no hands.
No hands?
Oh, we filmed the whole
Who's this guy right here?
Yeah, I'm the grunt worker.
Yeah,
So this is Steven, one of my business partners. He's one of the other owners as well. He's actually training tonight, so.
Ooh.
Watch me in action, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, my name is Sammy. I am the assistant director here at the Camp Paris, and I want to talk to you about MyZone. So MyZone is a great tool to help keep you accountable, not just here at the camp, but you can use it anywhere that you're working out. So it's a little device that looks like this. You can put it on your chest. You can also switch it up and put it on your wrist or your upper arm. But what this is, it helps keep you accountable, and it's going to track how much effort you're giving into a class. So what the cool thing about us here, we have these TVs that track. You can see it right during your workout. So you'll see right here, Blanca right here is giving 74% effort. She's already burned 80 calories. Her heart rate is currently at 140, and she's earned 27 MEP so far. So the way that it works is for every certain color that you're in, you earn a point. So I know if you're in the low gray, you earn a point for every minute you're there. In the blue, you get 2 points for every minute you're in the blue. For green, for every minute you're there, you get 3 points. And for yellow or red, which is the highest zone you can be in, you'll get 4 points. So it's a great way to keep you accountable. The trainers can see and they can push you to work harder. And we encourage people to wear their MyZones, not just here in the camp, but also exercising outside of here as well.
Man, before the camp, I actually worked at a foam manufacturer. I worked there for like 10 years, man. Like foam bed, like they actually made mattresses at the company I work for. And yeah, man, I worked there for like close to 10 years. I was about, when I joined the camp as a client, I was looking for like, you know, for weight loss. You know, I had already lost like 30 pounds on my own. You know, I was probably about 24, 25 when I started with the camp. And then I started on a Groupon deal. At that time, there was a Groupon deal for 6 weeks for like, I think it was like 30 bucks, something like that. I started at the camp in Riverside, you know, because I'm from Riverside. At that time, there was no challenge, nothing like that. It was just the workouts. You know, the owner there, his name was Eric. He's still the owner of Riverside, right? Big shout out to Eric, because he's the one that kind of forced me to get into the industry. But I started working out there, and I probably dropped like another 20 pounds, you know, 25 pounds. But you know, moreover, I got down to like 8% body fat. You know, first time in my life I'd ever been able to do that. You know, so you know, learning the nutrition aspect kind of really helped me out a lot. Picking his brain and stuff like that. You know, and then eventually they needed trainers. So Eric's like, hey man, you should become a trainer, man. You know, you're good here and stuff like that. You know, you should work here. And I didn't really want to do it at first, man. And it kind of just kept asking me. And then, you know, eventually I said, what the hell? You know, you get the certification, you know, you go through that process and you start training on the floor. And I realized that I was good at it. You know, I
loved it?
I found.
Did you like it? Or?
You know, like it was fun. I liked it. People liked me. You know.
Yeah. At least at your team.
Yeah. At least I thought they liked it, right? You know, my classes would get packed. You know, so I started training twice a week. You know, I think it was like Tuesdays and Thursday mornings only, and I was still working 60 hours a week at the foam manufacturer.
Oh,
you know?
so you're still working there?
Still working, man. And then from there, I went on to train in Fontana. They needed help over there, so because it's different ownership. Remember, it's a franchise.
Yeah.
I got hooked up in Fontana with this guy named Xavier. He was the owner there. Big shout out to him. He doesn't own the camp anymore. He moved on to other things now. So, but I started working for him, you know, part time as well. So a couple days over there. So at one point, I was training 4 days a week. You know, again, it's only a couple hours a day, but you know, still that along with my 60 hours a week at the foam manufacturer.
Yeah.
And it was actually Xavier who kind of helped me jump ship like completely, right?
So Xavier is the one that really got you.
Yeah, because what happened is they had their lead trainer. He was working there. They had to part ways with him, so he had a lot of hours, bro. You know, so yeah, so he needed a lead trainer. So Xavier's like, man, you know, you should take these shifts over. I was like, well, man, I can't, man. I got a full-time job. He's like, well, you should quit. I'm like, I can't afford it, man. You know, like I get paid, you know, significant money. He's like, what if I give you a $10 raise? I'm like,
$10 raise?
A $10 raise. I'm like, shit, okay, well then I might be able to entertain that. And yeah, man, if push comes to shove, and I took the leap of faith, you know. I got the job where I was secure, right? You know, with a good salary and stuff. And I'd been there for a long time, you know.
Something comfortable, you already knew.
Profit sharing, you know, medical, dental, vision, you know what I'm saying? To work part-time. Well, I was almost full-time at that juncture, right? Because I worked so many hours as a trainer, but you know, it was my passion at the time. You know, I loved it, man.
Yeah. How long were you working both at the same time for?
Like a little over a year.
A little over a year.
Yeah, it was rough, man. It was rough. And then, you know, once I quit my, you know, that full-time manufacturing joint, you know, I started training full-time. You know, I was training day and night, man. That was tiring too, man. I was like, you know, like $160, you know, soaking wet. I think on Thursdays I trained like 9 classes throughout the whole day. I'd look at my watch and I'd be like at 42,000 steps. That's like the equivalent of like 20 miles. You know? But it was super fun, bro.
I was gonna say, it gotta be kind of fun though.
It was super fun, you know?
How old were you?
Oh, I was 25.
25, so yeah, you could do it at 25.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had all the energy in the world, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Is that 25? Oh, yeah.
And in Fontana was actually when I met my first original business partner. Actually, I met Legend. He was actually a client there, and he was the one that kind of kept following me around. He got into the franchise, and they gave him Fresno. You know, he needed somebody, you know, somebody within the ranks already, you know, within the system.
Yeah.
You know, and I actually always teased the guy because I wasn't his first choice, you know.
Oh no.
I was like his third choice, you know. I hardly knew the guy, you know, and eventually, you know, money talks, and I went out there with him, man, like, you know, like to build out the Camp Fresno, and yeah, within a couple of years, Fresno blew up, man.
Yeah, but Fresno's really big, right?
Oh, right now it's like top 10 location in the world. Yeah, it's humongous.
Oh, wow.
It's like 10,000 square feet. It's like 2.5 times the size of this.
Oh, damn.
It's massive. Yeah. But it took a long time to get there, right? It opened since 2016. You know, we've kind of grown it, you know, little by little, right? So.
Yeah.
You know, 2016 we opened up our first location, and then 2018 is when I actually got into ownership and opened up my first location with him as well. We opened up the Camp Clovis right outside of Fresno.
Oh, okay. So that was your second one?
Yeah. Well, and then 2020 I sold my shares essentially, right? And then I came back home, you know, because COVID hit, right?
Yeah.
And then I started working in kind of like construction, if you will, right? Kind of like oddball jobs, because I mean, you couldn't get into the gym industry at the time.
Yeah.
Because Gavin shut us down. It was only supposed to be for a couple weeks, and it turned out to be for months.
Yeah.
You know,
everything.
They opened it back up, the gyms, and you had to work outside. You couldn't work out inside. Remember, for a while.
Yeah.
And then once you got back inside, it was like 6 feet apart, and it was like squares and shit. You know, I wasn't actually with the system. I was away from the camp during that time.
Yeah.
You know, we ended up having a baby and everything. You know,
Nice.
so like, you know, I had to start my family, and then that was cool, man. Long story short, I ended up like buying the territory to open up in Jurupa Valley, which I'm still working on that right now, unfortunately, because of the city and the landlord of that side. You know, if the landlord sees this, man, you know, I want you to know I'm coming for you, man. You know, to try to like open up, and you know, we're struggling to do that right now. Thankfully, Lalo, you know, one of my really good friends because of the camp, you know, big shout out to my boy Lalo. You know, he calls me. Matter of fact, we were at a wedding, you know, a friend of ours, we were at a wedding, and Lalo's like, hey, you know what, we gotta go see this guy here in Paris, you know, he wants out, man, you know, he wants to move on, so, you know, let's go buy him out, you know, and we're talking about the camp, right, the franchise, so, you know, yeah, man, I mean, long story short, we came over here, you know, we kind of walked around, looked at the business, looked at the financials, the P&Ls, made the guy an offer, and he's like, yeah, where do I sign? Okay, shit, that was that easy, right? So then before you know it, you know, October 1st, we took it over, and I was working full-time here in Paris, you know, even though I had already signed the rights to Jurupa Valley, which was I was trying to, you know, develop, so this was kind of unexpected, you know?
Oh, wow. What keeps you going in fitness? Why fitness?
The feeling of being able to come to work, right? You know, even though again, it doesn't feel like work for me. The feeling of being able to come here, meet all walks of life, all types of people, all ages, you know, from 13 to, man, we got a couple 65-year-olds, 68-year-olds, right? Be with them throughout their, you know, weight loss journey where they're losing 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 pounds, man. Even better than that, man.
That's awesome.
Even better than that, they walk into your office, they're like, man, hey, you know what, Steven? You know, this morning, you know, my doctor took me off 4 medications. You know, I've been on 7 medications, you know, for 5 years, you know? And this morning, my doctor said I could stop taking 4, you know? So now I'm down to 3. Shit, man, that's giving me the chills right now just thinking about that, right? You know, like
that's bigger, better than a paycheck.
That's even better than losing weight, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at that juncture, your health is getting better, man.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And that's always the goal, baby, right? You know, to live as
you want to be
long
healthy
and as happy and as healthy as you can, you know,
longevity.
Right, you know, until, you know, the man upstairs gives you that call, right? You know,
exactly.
Nobody escapes that, right? So, you know, I think for me that would be it right there, man. It's an amazing feeling, man.
What's in the future?
Well, right now it's gonna be Paris, Clovis, you know, that we have as well, and then now Harupa Valley coming up. I told myself and my baby mom's at home, you know, that Harupa Valley is gonna be the last one, man. It's you know, it's a tremendous amount of work, you know. But who knows, man? I mean, you know, for now, just take it one day at a time. You know, it's gonna be, you know, I'll get that one knocked out. You know, maybe I'll take a little bit of a break and spend a little more time with my son. You know, I got a son now. You know, he's about to be 2 years old. It's crazy, man.
So that's gonna be fun too. So once that finally hits, and be able to actually see all the fruits of your labor come to finally show your family like this is what hard work looks like, and then to be able to transform more people's lives. Really glad you're out there helping people, paying it forward, helping the community. We got Steven here.
Thank you.
So Camp Paris, if you're thinking about exercising, we got Lalo. If you're really thinking about paying it forward, we got Amber over here.
One of our coaches.
Amber.
Let's go, Amber.
Let's go. Come by, stop by. You met the team here.
Camp Paris, right over here off of Ramona and Paris Boulevard. Come check us out.
Yeah, we'll drop the link below. Again, on the next one, Paiko.
Let's go.
That's it. Go.
Look at that. All upper body. That was so fast. And he's wearing his work shirt. Jeez.
Evans.
It's been a while.
Still.
I got a baby here though.
Oh, take my hand. Ah, come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand. No, give me your other hand. Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. Oh, shoot.
I gotta save Lalo's life. All right.
Got it.
Let's go.
Look at that.
Jeez.
Like clockwork.
Oh, smoked you.